This ain't entertainment. This is a move. This is prophecy with a pulse. A soundtrack for the remnant. We don't just make music. We speak fire from the corners of the city to the gates of the kingdom. From survival to revival, from chemo chairs to dry bones rising. Yorelis Radio ain't just about beats. It's about power. Power to heal. Power to rise. Power to remember who we really are. We're street bred, spirit led, anointed with the oil of war and peace. We don't fold. We don't flinch. We go gangster on fear. We go holy on sickness. We go full of flames for the people of Yah. So if you're tired of dead religion, if you're done with fake healing, if your soul been searching for the real sound of heaven, you just tapped in. This is Yorelis, and this is the sound of faith on fire.
You best know my name. You best know my name. Oh, oh. They try to change my name, twist it, hide it, bring me shame. From scroll to tongue, they played their game. But fire burns, I stay the same. Prophet spoke, I came in flame. I healed the blind, the deaf, the lame. Yet nations bend to idols claim. But still salvation's in my name. No other voice, no other throne, no other blood could atone. Call me what the world creates, but only Yahusha breaks the gate. You best know my name. Every tongue, every tribe proclaim. Oh, you best know my name. No other word can save from the flame. You best know my name. I rise with power, never the same. Oh, you best know my name. Salvation only in Yahusha's name. They spread the lies, they forge the claim, but demons tremble when they hear my name. Kings will fall, empires quake. The truth is fire, they can't fade. Acts declared it bold and true. No other name gives life to you. The stone they cast away, despised, became the chief, the risen Christ. Not Jesus, not Zeus, not false acclaim, not idols clothed in stolen fame. I am the way, the truth, the flame. Yahusha saves, remember the name. You best know my name. Every knee will bow, no shame. Oh, you best know my name. The Lamb, the Lion, forever reign. You best know my name. King of kings, no counterfeit claim. Oh, you best know my name. Yahusha lives, salvation remains. I am he who was, who is, who comes. Alpha, Omega, sword on my tongue. The world may twist, deceive, defame, but truth stands firm. You best know my name. Yeah. know my name.
Shalom, shalom, Sister Angela. I'm glad you came in today. I'm seeing other people that's on this live, and one person said something. I had to knock them out. But I'm glad you came in, Sister Angela. Shalom, shalom. Hold on just for a moment. Okay. So now I decided to come in today, and it's kind of it's not a rush. It was more so things that I'm noticing that's going on. I mean, although the scriptures did say that these things were going to happen, a lot of things was going to happen. But I'm noticing that some of the videos, I was going to show these videos, but I don't know what's going on with the internet service. One moment is up, one moment is down. I don't know. I mean, I did hear of there was an outage a few days ago. I don't know how true that is, but I do know that my internet kept going in and out. This is the reason why I sent a text in the chat to see what's the network really going through for you brothers and sisters. But moving ahead, we're seeing things in this world that the Most High said it was going to happen. And he did speak about some things that he's saying, hey, these curses are going to be flipping onto the nations, not just a group of people, but to the nations. And for those, shalom, shalom. Dabel, is that Dabel? Is I'm pronouncing that name right correctly? I don't want to butcher up your name now. But shalom, shalom. I'm glad you came in. Hey, you know about that music, huh? Thanks a lot, bro. A matter of fact, I have some new music. I'm trying to do the videos different. I want to check out the other AI video producing thing. And so I really want to get into that before I start to release the other music and things of that nature. But when it's all over said and done, it's just to encourage brothers and sisters to stay the course. Because this course that we are on, brothers and sisters, it's not an easy one. People can talk it. They can talk as if it's an easy thing to do. This awakening, it is a wonderful experience. It is. But trust and believe, with this awakening, life get real quick, because we woke, the Most High woke us up, and the devil, he came swinging. Shalom, shalom, Sister Leah, Israel. I'm glad you came in, sis. But this is what we have to do. This is what we got to contend with. We got to contend with all of this. And not only the world, we got to contend with family members. We do. Sister Anita, I'm glad you came in today, sis. How you been holding up? I'm glad you in. I'm glad you came in today. I seen your message, sister, and thing, and I was happy to hear from you because it's been a moment. It's been a moment. But hey, as long as we continue to encourage one another, sister, I'm telling you, this is all what it boils down to being, is encouraging brothers and sisters to stay the course. All things are flipping, although we may be seeing these things flipping on the nations, because I'm telling you, I never seen so many homeless people in my life. Let me ask you, brothers and sisters, something, because it seemed like I'm having a problem with this internet. Am I going in and out? You know what? Let me do it this way. Hold on. Hold on just for a moment. Well, look like I got to continue with what's going on with it. But if you're noticing that there's an internet issue, they just came out and installed a new modem along with a new drop, or a fiber drop, matter of fact. Okay, but moving forward, brothers. That's good, Sister Anita. I'm glad you're doing good. That's glad to hear. Sister, and not to bring the sister out, Anita, this is what we're supposed to do, brothers, to each and every last one of us. We're here to encourage and not to knock down our brothers and sisters, because when we get to that point of knocking down brothers and sisters, we walk into a judgment seat with the Most High. If you want to talk about the Most High loving his people, keep crossing your brothers and you go feel that backhand. The Most High is, these days, this awakening, it is absolutely real. This is not that time for me to be going back and forth with brothers and sisters, knocking them down. No, this is not that time. The Most High said he's going to judge those individuals that do the gossiping, keeping up unnecessary nonsense. You're going to get dealt with. Now, we all know that the Most High said he hates contention. And if you're that type of person, you're not really looking out for your brothers and sisters. Now, you may be a teacher, a minister. That still applies to you, us individually, period. And as a group, we're here to encourage, to build up, because that's what this is the whole purpose of the awakening. This is the whole purpose of us saying who we are right down to this very day, because we stand in support and worship to the Most High Yah. When it's all over said and done, we are a representation of him. He went through all of these bloodlines and he chose, boom, this bloodline to represent him. And don't get me wrong, brothers and sisters, that representation of the Most High comes with a very high cost. And we see that throughout the scriptures. We've seen that. I cannot recall his name, but to just show you how serious it is, the Most High, there was an incident where the Israelites was carrying the Ark of the Covenant, and the Levites, they somehow tripped, and the Ark of the Covenant, it was about, it was tipping over. But an Israelite touched it, the Most High struck him dead. Struck him. Now, from our standpoint, we were like, man, that's very harsh. He didn't want the thing to hit the ground. But when the Most High said he's a set apart Elohim, he's a set apart. Period. If it's going to hit the ground, let it hit the ground. At least we know right now, let it hit the ground. The Most High know exactly when to move in and when to, and when to act. But the thing is that I'm noticing, brothers and sisters, the flipping, the anguish of nations, what was it, Matthew chapter 24? Brothers and sisters, about everything in that book, or the chapter 24, is happening right now. The book of Obadiah, Obadiah is nothing but like one chapter. I have never seen an individual. It's like this administration is moonwalking all over the book of Obadiah. It's like you do see this trap, right? And he's just like walking right into it. But at the same time, we're being vindicated. That's the beauty of it. Yeah, this stuff here, what's going on in the world, it has to happen. I had an individual. He was talking about the stuff that was going on in Tanzania, right? So we got into some words about that, right? You're like, man, you can't blame what he says. You can't blame the white man for everything. I said, that's true. You can't. I said, but when it's all started, when it's all over said and done, it's going to go right back to their table. And now what he was thinking would not come to the United States, talking about pew-pewing people. Now he's saying something totally different. Now he's singing a different tune. He said, man, this stuff about to get popped off. You know, he's not woke. And he speaks, he's from the south side of Chicago. And he's saying this, if a man is running up on me with a face mask and everything, coming from the south side or from the west side, you're going to react. You're like, wait a minute, somebody's doing some dumb stuff. Because you're saying you ain't did nothing. What you're going to do, you're going to protect yourself first and foremost. That's what the world is already into, a position to have you thinking that way. And if you're a person of color like myself, you know for a fact, no, we don't play that way. We don't get down that way. Because it's like you're threatening my life from a distance coming upon me. Now we have a dilemma, because now it's happening more and more. They're getting themselves all geared up for this showdown. This is what's happening, brothers. And I encourage any brothers and sisters, the Most High gave you life. That's what he did. He gave each and every last one of us life. It's just like when they say stop resisting and they got you down, they got you hemmed up, pinned down, and you can't breathe. What do you think your body is going to do? Your body is going to react because your body is saying there's danger, there's obstruction to life. There's the ability to breathe. But this is what they're doing. It's very demonic. It is absolutely very demonic. This is the reason why I do share the music I share. To keep brothers and sisters encouraged. Whether you're dealing with sickness or just being, like the world call it, just being black. We got all of this unnecessary nonsense. Well, let me take that back. I'm not going to say unnecessary because it was a necessity that we go through or we went through. You know, it was due to our forefathers' disobedience. So I would take nonsense back. But we had to go through all of that. Now, it do appear, when I say appear, to all, I ain't gonna say all is lost, but I will say this. The way the government is moving and they're messing with people's passports and they kind of find out the individuals coming using their passport and they're saying it's invalid, saying it's no longer, say it was reported stolen. Brothers, this is the question. Why is the government doing that now? Why? If people feel that this place that we were staying at is okay, that everything is copacetic, why are individuals leaving in droves? Who was that? Sister Kathy told me it was said like 600 and hold on, on my phone. 600 and 600, what is it? 655,000 left the United States. People, individuals. That's a lot. We know trouble when we see trouble. That's one thing we do know. And the world is gearing themselves up for something. But I don't think it's going to go down the way they think it's going to go down. It's not. We've seen too much trouble. And when one thing we're not trying to do, because it would appear that the world is trying to push back time and bring us back into, I'm going to have to say slavery. That's what I'm going to have to do. It's like, yes, boss, When they walking on the sidewalk, like the days where we stepped off the sidewalk so they can walk on by, that's what they want. And I say, this is just what they want. The Most High is not playing with this any longer. He's allowing Pharaoh to do what he intent on doing. And you know, when I say Pharaoh, you know exactly who I'm talking about. This is what he has in his litty bitty head. This stuff is not phasing the Most High. It's not. It's not phasing him at all. Because he knows exactly how it's going to go down. The thing about it is, we need to continue to encourage one another. Even though you may have brothers and sisters awakening, and some are still coping with certain diseases or certain sicknesses, brothers and sisters, they need more than the usual prayers placed upon them, period. Across the board. They need it. And brothers, the power of prayer, there's a strength in it now. Let's not get it twisted or misunderstood. There is strength in it. The Most High is showing us who we are. Well, he woke us up. He already, this is who you are. Now it's the believing. This is that believing moment. Brother Jay, what do you mean, what am I? What are you? You're asking me, what am I? I mean, what's the gist of your question? Let me let you know this. Amen. This is a channel for the awakening of the Israelites. This is what this channel is. It's to encourage brothers and sisters to stay the course with this awakening. Now, that's what you're asking. That's what this is. We're here to encourage one another with this awakening. Are you awake? Are you an awakened Israelite? But moving on until they get an answer. This is what we have to contend with, brothers. This is what we have to contend with. We are under obligation to encourage our brothers. Although we got so much stuff that we got to contend with, it is absolutely unbelievable. This is what we got to contend with. We have, oh, wait a minute, hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. But this is what we got to contend with, brothers. And we got to do it faithfully to the best of our ability. Because when it's all over said and done, brothers, we have never known. I'm gonna use the word black people. You never seen black people move this way. You never seen black people rise up claiming this or that. Never before in history. Now we woke up. We claimed it. And we standing on it. The world can't take that. They cannot take it. They cannot take this awakening. But they can take everything else. Now, if let's hypothetically speaking, if I'm sitting up here talking about a brother or sister like a dog, oh yeah, they can take that now, but they'll put that out there. I'm talking about things I ought not talk about another brother or sister. Yes, it's going to get a whole lot of traffic. That's what it's going to get. Talking about me being a black man talking about sisters is going to get traffic. But you talking about encouraging your brothers and sisters, please. You're going to get crickets. That's what you're going to get. And this is what this world is about. Because this awakening is a threat. It is absolutely a threat. And this awakening, this whatever you want to call it, awakening or woke, this is the greatest threat that this world has ever seen, because we're seeing what's going on in the world. This is what we're seeing. We're understanding it too. Religion is taking a beat down. It is absolutely taking a beat down. The doors, well, I ain't gonna say the doors, the attendance of the churches has dropped dramatically. Why? Post awakening, people started to realize something about churches, and it wasn't good, and it's still not good. Even the churches started to understand, hey, we got to, it's like the churches got to regroup and then redisperse. And that's what's happening right now. The Protestant, the Catholic, and some other religions, they all supposed to be working themselves together as one. That's what's out there. They seen what's happening, and they know the effects of it. But people starting to see churches or religion for what it is. Individuals that get out there and they get it inside their head that they can say and do what they want to do. The individual that spoke about locking the doors so he can get, I believe it was like 20,000 in donations. You got to be very bold to do something like that. You got to be that bold. Something, but the Most High allowed it to happen. Did he not allow Pharaoh to move the way he moved? He allowed that. Pharaoh seen this stuff, and he knew what was going on. He knew that, hey, Moses is telling the truth. When he got to some of those 10 plagues, Pharaoh asked Moses and said, hey, I'm gonna let y'all people go and things of that nature. But he was lying, but the Most High stopped it. But then here come another plague. Then he come back again till he got down to that one where his sons, his firstborn, hey, life was taken. Oh, it got real then. It got real with Pharaoh. He was hurt. He lost something he was not expecting to lose. Brothers and sisters, what do you think is going to happen in this time in which we're living in? It's getting real. But then it's going to get so real, it's going to be undeniable. That's what it's going to be. And it's right there at the threshold. You know what? I don't know what's going on with this thing, man. This thing keep popping in and out. Let me see. Sister Anita, do you is the system going in and out with you? And more than likely it's going to be me, because like I said, they just installed this new service for me. Shalom, Sister Zenobia. I'm glad you came in, sis. But like I was saying, brothers, this stuff here, what's happening, it's a lot of things that's happening, truthfully. It's just not no one thing. All right, thanks a lot, Sister Anita. Thanks a lot. It ain't no just one thing. You have the Most High who's cleaning house. He's cleaning house. Yes, he is. You know, he knows the ones who needs to be dealt with. And that just for me to sit up and say, oh, this group of people here, nah, that's not for me to say. The Most High is the supreme judge. And it may be a person that I really, truthfully like, but he's the judge. He knows exactly what's going on with his people. You have the cleansing of his house. You have Matthew 24 in full effect. In full effect. Portions of the book of Revelation, I would say Revelation chapter 12 and 13. Jeremiah. Good night. Do we need to go down this line? These are all the things that's happening. I talked to my aunt, And she was saying, Mike, the Bible, the things in the Bible are coming true. I'm here in where am I at? North Carolina, right? Doing work here. And one day it was about 70 degrees. And the lady, and what got my attention was she said this. She was out there doing some cleaning up her yard. We were looking for a spot for a trailer, to park a trailer while we do work here. And she said, yeah, this warm weather, it brings the snakes out. I was like, wait a minute, hold on, snakes? She said, yes, they come out and they sit on the rocks to warm up and everything. She said, but it's very warm today. And brothers and sisters, you may think I'm joking. The very next day, it was like 17 degrees. It's getting to where the scriptures, the scriptures are being fulfilled. It's happening. It is absolutely happening. And so this is just my encouragement, is that we do not lose sight. We don't, this is not the time for us to be losing sight, because if we're paying attention to what the Most High said, these are the things that's going to be happening. If you start to look at these things a little bit more and let the distractions pretty much be put on your left side, when you start putting and start looking at the Most High in the scriptures, you're starting to see all of these things happening. Oh yeah, it's going to get your attention. It's going to get your attention. And it has gotten the world's attention. This government, it seemed like they just want to do this here in Greenland like yesterday. That's some bold, that's a bold movement. But it takes us right back to Obadiah. It takes us right back to the book of Obadiah, where his own allies is going to set up a trap for him. Now, how that trap is going to go down, transpire, that remains to be seen. But what's remains to be seen is, brothers, it seems like that's going to be very soon. Very soon. This world got itself hemmed up. The things that that a lot of people say what will not happen here in the United States, brothers, sisters, they are so far off. It is absolutely you just can't comprehend it, because they literally believe nothing like what happened in Tanzania, shooting down people and everything. It won't happen here. It's already happening. They know what they want to bring about. They want to talk, well, Venezuela, all right, they got hit. Nigeria got hit. Iran got hit. Next is Greenland. But when you've been in your mind feeling that you're the top dog, you're trying to get that label of world power back on your crown, that jewel that popped out that's missing, you want to get that back on the crown, hell, you're going to do what you think you need to do to make it great again. They're getting themselves geeked up and hemmed up all at the same time. That's what's happening, scripturally speaking. And at the same time, while all of this is going on, there's a prep going on for a greater exodus. This is what's happening. All of this, these things all happening at one time, and pretty much took place, 2019? The C-19 thing, that when all of this stuff started to go downhill then. I just talked to a brother today. He has the same business I have, communications. We go out, we run coaxial, fiber, and copper lines and things of that nature. And he said this. He had the business, but now he been in business longer than I have. And he just saying, he was just like, man, one day, like overnight, near about overnight, his business just went down. Mine did the same thing. This other brother named Kevin, his business did the same thing. And we were just what brought this about? Hey, but the powers that be, guess what they did? They orchestrated how to take all of the communications business, like, Starbucks, you run alliance for Starbucks and everything, and they sent them over to a particular platform. That's what they did. And then at the same time, brothers, it was nothing for us to walk into a contract charging them $75 an hour per technician to work on certain equipment. It was not a thing. But this what happened. They got their heads together and they said, we're going to send everything over to here. So you have different sections of the United States where all of this work may go to this particular platform. And at the same time, this is what they did. They dropped the rate. They dropped the rate. They dropped the rate. And everything outside of that went up, including food and gas. Now, this is what they did now. So when technicians go out there and they know, I'm not taking this job for that's $25 an hour. Boom. Because you drop it. You don't go backwards. You move forward. Shalom, Sister Linda Cross. I'm glad you came in, sis. You do not go backwards. The world pushed you back. That's what they did. They pushed you back. Now, a grown man, what do he do? A grown man can go ahead and take that 25 because it's better than nothing, because he got a family he got to feed. And that's what a lot of the brothers did. They found themselves taking jobs where it didn't pay much. But then when that 25, you go to the grocery store, man, please. A pack of ground beef will cost you $20. The world is breaking the world. That's what's happening. Whatever money you think you may have saved up, brothers and sisters, let's just say you saved up this amount of money. And I mean, this is the thing. Communications, brothers, it can work against you. In this instant, it is absolutely working against us. Because what do? They look at your spending habits. And if you got a cell phone, they know in your business already. They knowing it already. You can have a conversation talking about buying some Pampers. You better believe you're going to get some commercials talking about Pampers. Your conversation is not private. It's not. They are gearing this world. Well, I'm going to say the world, but I'm going to say pretty much this nation, to get people in a position where you need them. This is what's happening. This is that flipping of a system that we are seeing right now. They're flipping it. They're trying to get you in a position. Well, I'm gonna go with trying, because right now they are succeeding, because they know exactly what they need to hit. They need to hit, all right, the food source. If we're going to get these people in some type of order or control, we need to control the food. Who is? If I say food, brothers, who are you all thinking about when I say food? Who want to control food? You're gonna know it's that individual, the same one that want to go over there into Africa and drop his homemade seeds. Same type of billionaire. Whatever they are trying to do, brothers, trust and believe, are not trying to do. Whatever the end game is for them, they are moving hard on it. But trust and believe, they're only working towards the end game of it. The end game is what they're moving towards. Now, they're thinking that, hey, we're going to hem these people up. The Most High is not going to allow that to just run on. And don't get me wrong now, brothers. A portion of it may go through, but the longevity, that's a joke. That's a joke. They cannot push that longevity of their unnecessary, their nonsense. But this is what they're doing. They're breaking people from their savings. They know exactly what they're doing. They're knowing what their goal is. And their goal, like I said, brothers, is to put you in a very compromising position. But then this is where we comes right back to brothers and sisters. This is the reason why we encourage brothers and sisters to stay on the watch. This is the reason why you have farmers out there. Brothers, sisters, grow your own food. Or if you don't grow your own food, I'm a farmer. I'm a farmer. This is what I grow. This is what I raise, whatever situation may be. And you know, you can come here. The Most High has already put that in place, brothers. It's already in place. He knows exactly what the world is doing. You got brothers and sisters that are on, that have YouTube channels where they're farming and things of that nature. They're letting you know what they're doing. You think the Most High put them there just for giggles? No, they're there for a legitimate reason. He knows exactly what the world is doing, and he's going to protect his people off the top. That's what this is how things are going down. And although it may be demonic, and at the same time, we got to keep in mind what Yahusha said. He said, people, you're in trouble. It's going to come from your own house, your own people. That's another thing you got to contend with. You do. We do. You got to contend with it. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. You have the power of, hey, what you're going to say and do when it gets down to something like that. Sometimes, you know what, you just like leave well enough alone. You just keep your mouth shut and you just keep it moving. You just let your action speak, preach for you. Shalom, shalom, Sister Patia. I'm glad you came in, sis. Oh, but this is what we have. We have this responsibility, and at the same time, we got some things that's going on that is it's mind-blowing. But at the same time, brothers, you got to give it up for brothers and sisters that gets on these channels and they give you the spiritual enlightenment of what's going on, not just, you know, here or there. I mean, no, you got a lot of brothers out there that's doing it. And that's the Most High who's keeping us on point. You know, the less we take in of the world, the better off we are. The less we take in of the world, the better off we are. Because everything in this world is meant for a distraction, mostly for you, Israel. That's what it's really truthfully for. The other people, they were distracted from birth. Or what? You wake up, you never got somebody brushing your own teeth. They're accustomed to a privileged lifestyle. We were never in this captivity, was never going to get to that position. It is not going to happen. Not in captivity. The Most High did not want his people to get accustomed to that particular lie. So what? Yeah, we struggled. Our forefathers during slavery, they struggled. They passed it on. Post-traumatic stress syndrome, passed on. The Most High woke up, said, awaken my people. We woke up. We woke up. Brothers and sisters, if you look at it, it's been 5 years. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. 6 years? Yeah, 5 or 6 years that we had that major infection that had everybody staying in the house. Everyone was staying in the house. Now there's warnings out there about, hey, individuals that did take that that lollipop. There's a warning. But who? We? Brothers and sisters that knew something was not right with that, they spoke up real quick. That's what we do, supposed to do, rather. If you feel something in your spirit that's not right with something, and you know how they deal with us. We was that test tube people that they tested on. Not, unbeknownst to them, they was getting themselves already hemmed up with the Most High. They was getting themselves hemmed up. When he told or stated in the scriptures, touch not my anointed, the Most High means that. Do you really truly think that the Most High is not keeping receipts? He got a lot of receipts. And he's about to cash them in. He's about to cash them in. This world got itself in there. If you're ever talking about that, you don't want to be in a particular predicament, this is one. To be on Satan's side, brothers and sisters, that's that side you're so grateful that you're not on. But you got individuals that's wearing that side proudly. I mean, they wearing the get up and everything with it. They love the system. And then you may have individuals who may not be just like out there in the world, who just may be just living, but they love the life in the system. You cannot love the Most High and darkness all at the same time. Now, the Most High will flink you over to that side. You're not going to ride the fence with him. That's one thing you're not going to do. You want to dip over here and you want to dip over there. You want to get holy when you want to get holy. Man, let that nonsense ride. Oh, that you're right about this is Zenobia. From day one. From day one. Boom. Let me do this one. And they feeling it. But now, the only thing that's different about that, Sister Zenobia, is this. They moving quick. They are moving quick to what they're trying to achieve. And it seems that this country is trying to make a stance all by itself as a world power by itself with no allegiance to its allies. So you know the United States is from, it's part of, Great Britain? That's what it seems like to me. I could be wrong now. I could be wrong. But that's what it seems like. They're trying to make a name for themselves. And they get there. We study scripture. And we seeing the steps that they're making. Now, brothers and sisters, outside of the scriptures, let's just say outside of the scriptures, we know exactly how they move about. This is where foreigners get upset at us. They call us lazy and things of that nature. They talking things that they flat out don't know. See, we know who they are and how they move about, how they manipulate things. They may come off with a very soft voice or whatever the situation may be and come off as the smartest people that walk this earth. That's how they come off. But it's a reason why they call them actors. Because when it's all over said and done, when you start getting into the history of things, you're going to find out, no, they're not as smart as they think they are. And the flipping of curses, brothers. I never seen so many homeless people in my life. Never seen it. But there's a lot of them out there now. Oh, yes, it is. And this is not me gloating. I'm not gloating about this. But the Most High said, those curses that was upon you, Israel, are going on to the nations. This is what he said. Now, do you not see that? Do you not see? With the media, you're seeing a whole lot of people complaining about how to make a living, or how is it that they survived doing this. Now you're starting to see individuals pulling out videos where they claim that we was doing this, we was doing that. No, it wasn't us. We're not top dog in that. They got us in the 60s with that. They got us in the 60s. You can get food stamps, you can get this here, but you can't have a man in your house. That's demonic. And that only happened upon one nationality of people. They knew exactly what they was doing. They know it. The devil in his system knows exactly who you are. Now we woke. The world is in a terrible state, a very bad state. Like I said, it appears that this administration wants the world to know who this country is all by itself, with no allegiance to anyone. Because from my understanding, this man had broke off with a lot of different treaties with different countries, with some European lands. And then you have individuals that say, the world can't come, certain countries can't come up and be fighting with the United States. We got too much, we got too many weapons. Spoken just like the son of Esau. Everything that they hope in is what's something they can see with their finger and pull their finger back, and some go boom. That's where their faith is at. That's a very dangerous position to be in. Very dangerous. The Most High has been telling us, always rely upon him. It's a reason why he says that. Because for that simple reason, for a person who may not be woke, he gonna have hope. He gonna have faith in this dying country. And it's going to be dressed up with a bullet. That's what it's going to be dressed with. Because that's what they think, hey, this is what brings in the power. And technology. Let's not forget technology. But truthfully, is this country really that smart when it comes to technology? Brothers and sisters, I'm going to say no. Where do you think they get their cell phones from? China. There was an incident, and for you brothers and sisters that knows it, there's when they're building these high-rise buildings, there you will see a crane that's picking up the stuff, moving it. What do you think they buying that from? They get that from China. But then they found out there was a particular device in all of their cranes. That device calls back home. Technology, brother. Yeah. You know what? Let me, sister. He's doing a lot of bragging. He's doing a lot of bragging along with a lot of promises. And with that, putting down of old administrations, what they did wrong and what he's doing now, brothers and sisters, that's scripture is what he's speaking scripture. And he's going in hard on it. That's what he's doing. But we got to continue to recognize these things. Everything that comes out of his mouth, it's nearby go deal with the scripture. People can say that you may be overly concerned with scriptures. Brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. Be overly engulfed in the scriptures. It's going to save your life. It's going to bring about faith. It's going to bring about trust. You're not going to be looking at a crossbow or a gun as your faith. The world is looking at that. When they talk about storing up and everything, brothers and sisters, what do you think they're storing up? Food and weapons. When they don't have no bullets, what they crossbow. Something to protect themselves, because what? One thing they do know, the world is wicked. The world is wicked. But when you get when this nation get the world in a position where they want the world in the position, that's when that beast is going to show up like it's Superman. Like they come here to save the day. That's what they're gearing themselves up for. And it's really, truthfully, the introduction to Satan. That's what it's going to be about. And that's what it's all about. Isaiah 14:14, that's him. He said this is what he is going to do. He's going to climb up to the heavens and be just like the Most High. He's getting to that point. But the Most High, he's telling us, be not deceived. Be not deceived. But the world, please. If they see that they cannot deceive you, then things get a little bit more harder for you. And especially in captivity. And especially if you need something from the system, we can get ourselves hemmed up. Shalom, Sister Cynthia. Oh, yes. No, you know what it says? I'm going to read that one. 1 Corinthians 3:19 says, the wisdom of this world is foolishness with Yah. And it is. It is absolutely downright stupidity. Because people look to the word. When you want to find out something, brothers and sisters, what do? We Google it. We Google it. And then when we Google it, we stamp it saying it's truth. No, that should not be the case, brothers. Everything Google talk about is not truthful. Shoot, Sister Cynthia, in his little bitty head, he's thinking it. He's thinking it. But hey, one thing they're going to do, in he or the nation, they're going to carry out the Most High's will. That's one thing they're going to do. The Most High knows that this system has taken its toll on his people. And now he knows exactly when he's going to move in. Brothers, it's not going to be a second late. It's not going to be 30 seconds earlier. It's going to be right on his time. That's where it's going to be. Now, but like I said, with this awakening, there's a lot of things in the scriptures that Yahushua speaks about. It's going to happen. We just got to continue to stay on point with it. The less distraction you have, brothers and sisters, the better off you are. The more mindful you will be. That's the thing. And don't get me wrong, brother. I mean, you've been accustomed to this system or this captivity, especially. That's something that takes a determination to work on. It does. It takes a determination to work on. But the world keep on pushing. The world keep on bringing it out. Everything nowadays, brothers and sisters, isn't about the money. Let me pose something to you, brothers and sisters. Do you remember back in the 90s, the Cosby Show? It's a different world. Living single. Who else? Martin. Who else? What's Happening? That's My Mama. All of those shows gave strength to Black people, and they realized that they had to get rid of that. Bill Cosby talking about a Black man being a doctor or a Black woman being a judge, and you got your family intact. How he pulled that off, I do not know, but he did, and the Most High allowed it. Brothers and sisters, if you've seen the strength, and if you understand during that time, if you look at it, the history, especially the 90s, when those shows was being depicted, that's the time more and more of us went to college. We came out with degrees, running businesses and everything. The world seen that. But then the world went lewd. The world went lewd when they noticed that they had to bring in something a little bit more dramatic. They had to bring in something dramatic to circumvent that. And they brought it in. You know what it's called? Gangster rap. Whoo, and broke everything down near about overnight. Near about overnight. We got slapped in the face, and they brought it in. They knew exactly what to bring in. Then you started seeing the incident with Michael Jackson. They brought it up. The incident with Prince. They started going, brothers and sisters, when I say they started going in, they went in. They knew that those two men, they was powerful. They knew this. Prince, I mean, what? We always thought he was freaky. So when the world come in saying he this, he that, and they, what? They couldn't say anything. They didn't have anything on him as something they can throw darkness on his name, because he wanted to own his name and things of that nature and all. He wanted to do some things, and Prince did this, brothers and sisters. Prince got on the Music Awards, and he said this. He says, too many of us working for them when we can own this. That right there was a blow. That right there started it. That right there started it. Michael Jackson started making some business decisions that was flipping the game. He made some decision that was flipping the game, and they came down upon him. Oh, he messing with some kids and this is the accusation. They knew what they needed to do to tear down not just Michael, but us. And see, this is the thing. We thinking this has happened to him personally. No, it's to affect you too. It's to affect you also. Because when one rise, let the one fall. And we thinking it doesn't affect us. Yes, it does. That man, although deceased, still has an effect on the living right down to this day. And some of these kids weren't even born when he died. That's just how strong we leave an impression upon the world. And yes, the world should be scared. They should be absolutely terrified of this awakening. But it ain't the fact that we around here trying to do things maliciously against the world. We have always asked before the awakening, we have always asked, leave us alone. Let us move on about with our lives. No, they couldn't take that. They sent bombs over to Oklahoma, Black Wall Street. They just couldn't take it. The incident over there in Florida. What was the name? What's that sister? I forgot the name of the movie. But all of this stuff, brothers, They just cannot take you coming up the way you coming up because they know Jacob is rising. And if Jacob rise, and now this is the world. The world knows the scriptures. They know them like the back of their hand. But they love Rosewood, Sister Zenobia. Thank you. Thank you. Rosewood. And if you look at the movie, you're going to say, when we went through it, the black neighborhoods all nice, clean, and everything. Organized, people, speaking to one another. This is us. But then when it crossed over to the other people, sitting around, doing nothing, looking for trouble is what they did. Homes dismantled, dirty yards. This is what they showed in this movie. The same thing happened in Black Wall Street. Come on, brothers. They seen, they just like we know them, they know us to a degree, and they act upon it. Oh, this black guy, he winked his eye at me. All it takes is a lie. That's all it takes to get them riled up. When the Cosby Show and all the other shows is coming, no, brothers, that right there ignited a fire up under us. Now, I want you brothers and sisters just to imagine this. Imagine during that time, the Cosby Show and Living Single and Martin, all them was was happening with that awakening. With this awakening. Can you imagine that, brothers? Because that's one time those shows was affecting our decision making. That's what it was doing. And so what? Then Bill Cosby wanted to own a channel. Oh, what did he do that for? What did they do? They came in on him. They came in on him. They came. And so the world gets to portray him as a womanizer. Oh, the world looks down on womanizing. Oh, but now let's go over to the what's the Epstein notebook or whatever the situation may be. Everything is on a hush now. Everything is on a hush. But Bill Cosby, let me just say this. This nigga here, no, we can't let him do this. He ain't playing ball with us. He's pro-Negro. We got to knock him down. That's what's happening. The world is going to bring out any dirt on an individual of color. And speaking about the risement of Negroes, because they understand that's a very dangerous position to be seeing, to witness, and to elevate. They understand that. They do not want that. Why do you think that they did what they did to black women? What is it, 300,000 black women? They took out of the business industry. They know exactly what they was doing. Oh, but they count on frustration to take root with the black man. That's what they was counting on. But we woke up. Now we're understanding a whole lot more things. And they understand we're not biting. That's one thing we're not doing. We're not biting. Because we learned a lot from them. We understand their demonic tactics. We will sleep. We wide awoke now. We are wide awoke. And they cannot contend with it. Oh, you're right, Sister Cynthia. They very hypocritical. They would get up here and say, all men are equal, created equal. Nigga, stop that line. You should have the right to do so and so on. Stop that lying. You have the right to drive up into any neighborhood. Stop that lying. This is what they did and is doing. But now they're doing things right now with a great deal of fear. They're doing things with a great deal of expectation. And I ain't gonna say hoping, they're thinking that their movement of what they're doing or what they're trying to orchestrate is going to move in their favor. And the thing about it is the Most High is allowing them to fool themselves. He allowed them, they want to go ahead and go in that direction, keep going in that direction. That's what he's doing. He's allowing the nation to go down a path, and it's looking good. That path is looking powerful. But this is the thing, brothers. You cannot mess with the world. Although you may be, in all countries, it's just like if you got a city of policemen thinking it's going to take on the city of individuals, they already dead in the water. They know good and well it can't be done. Because now what? If people came and said, you know what, we're going to take over the police station, they got it. It's done deal. They got to call in the National Guards then. So now they got to depict how many people they're going to bring in for the National Guard for the population of people. But now, if another city comes in, now they got to bring in more. And then what? See, this is the dangerous thing. They're not thinking about this. They're not even looking at it, because this world wants it would appear that they want a civil war. That their action, that is. So now let that get popped off. And then you messing with all of these different countries and you want to take over Greenland. Then you got you already got the fuse that's already been lit for World War III. Pim, where do you think you go get all these people to fight? That's like common sense 101.1. Where's you will get all of this firepower from? This is the reason why the elite are digging their bunkers, because it's looking iffy with some of those individuals. It's looking very iffy. And that's what they're seeing. That's what they're noticing. Hold on. All righty. What is this? And this is what's happening, brothers. This is the reason why I try my best to encourage brothers and sisters. Pray for one another. Encourage one another. This going back and forth with brothers and sisters, man, please, we done that. We done moved on. We need to be raising ourselves to another level of spirituality, encouragement with our brothers and sisters. We got enough to contend with. The last thing, what the world wants from us is division. They want division. We've seen that. Study history. And when I say history, I'm talking about TV. We were more, let me just say, we were more black during that show, What's Happening? That's My Mama. Now, That's My Mama, I was a child, but we loved looking at it because we was able to relate to it. What was the other show? Come on, man. I'm getting the brain fog. JJ, dadgummit, Thelma. Good times. That's what we was happy to see that stuff. But now when they was casting her for that and they wanted to show her as a single black mother, she knew the power of a black man being in the house. And she fought against it until she got James Amos to play the father, but only for him to get killed off in the show. But it served its purpose. That's what it did. Now we can call it TV. We call it truthfully. We understood their struggles. We understood their frustration. And we seen it from a television media point of view. We understood it. It still kept us, although the world would say we was divided, they call it what? Black on black crime. Brothers and sisters, that ain't nothing new to us. Israel been fighting one another back in way before 70 CE. That's how divided we got. That's how long we've been divided. Now they just call it black on black on black crime. That's what they call it today. But I mean, we are in a special privileged position right as we speak. That's where we are at. This Revelation chapter 12 and the devil being upset. Yes, he's highly upset. He's letting all of that water flow through everything. Brother, you all remember this a few months ago. He was talking about he's going to cut off food stamps. I'm just trying to figure out what type of research do he do before he speak. All he had to do was do the research first, but he didn't. It will appear that he didn't. And come to find out, it's not us that's all on food stamps. But I told you, brothers, that they go push that black woman out there like she gonna be the sacrificial lamb, and the world is going to believe it for a couple of weeks until the truth come out. And the truth came out a couple of weeks later. This is what happened. It came out a couple of weeks later. But did you think they dumbed they down? No, they didn't. It just faded on off into the sunset. That's what it did. It just faded off into the sunset as if that situation never happened. But now the new one is the Rev 2939 people. They're talking about them and their government assistance. They got the videos out there. They got them out there. And I can't say they're going to get hemmed up. I cannot say it. All I know is they're getting paid just to be walking on this planet Earth. That's what's happening. That's where your money's going. If you want to talk about people angry at us, you better do the math. Do the math. It's not us. But hey, they go find a reason to maintain their hatred. They're going to maintain it. They're not going to let up. They're not going to let up. And you know what now, Sister Zenobia? As quiet as it's kept, especially, I would say Nigeria. Do you remember back in the days when we was kids, Roots used to come on once a year and they play the whole series and things of that nature? Do you know Nigerians was watching that just as much as we were? They was watching Roots just as much as we were every year. I talked to a few of them. They said, no, we know about Roots. We know about Roots. And they meant the TV, and like I listened to what's the brother name? Truth Unedited, and I understand what he was saying about the TV. But this is one time the TV was working working for our benefit. And don't get me wrong, there's some benefits to it, and trust and believe. There's some demonic side to the TV also, just as much as the internet, just as much as AI. I use AI to make music, the videos, and to encourage our brothers and sisters like the rest of the brothers and sisters do. And AI, it would appear now They trying to stop AI now because they say it's too much information. They're claiming it would appear, brothers, it would appear that brothers, sisters went in they went in with a flame torch, and we just like making videos, music. Now they're saying a lot of this stuff, they're trying to what's they saying? They were saying that they was trying to in so many words, they want to control AI of everything that goes out. Information, down to the music. Down to the music, because you got a lot, I mean, there's a lot of brothers out there making music. That's to encourage Israel. And you got brothers out there just making music to encourage black people, period. Brothers, and like I said, sisters, if you go back to that moment of the 90s, you're talking about these black shows. Now, we done took the black shows and we took apart AI. And what? The media, they're going to have to eventually shut it down. Now, they you know what? And then what's the killing about it? As a clapback from the Gentiles, they come up with David, a movie they showed in their theaters. And that's the best they can do. Because they understanding it. They cannot control this awakening. We can go back to some things. This is what we can do. Wait a minute. But do not transgress limit. I think you want to look at. No, we ain't go. I'm not. We're not even trying to get down that way, brother. Nah. You know what, brothers and sisters? Lately, I've been getting these individuals that'll pop in, and they say what they're going to say. I'm not even trying to entertain unnecessary nonsense. Now, brothers, I'm a firm believer, and don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about any books outside of the Bible, but I'm very skeptical of books outside of the Bible. That's just me. Now, there's some history books that that support our path in life, transatlantic slave trade, and things of that nature. I get it. But I never dove into the Quran because I am not of the Quran. I am not. So it does not make sense for me to dig into it. It's like one individual said, Mike, how can you say you have a true religion and a person over here say they got the true religion and that person over there saying they got the true? I said, truthfully, if you look at the book, that book was written to Hebrews. Those laws was not introduced to the world. Those laws that you govern your life with, no, I don't govern I said, bruh, please stop lying to me. You do. Are you out there murdering people? He said, no. Are you out there stealing? No. Those laws came from the Most High. Those laws started with Israel. That's where they started from. Now, due to our disobedience, we got ourselves hemmed up. The world came in, scavenged, ripped apart our book. That's what they did. I let them know. This is what they did. But now, with this awakening, we claiming it. Now, the Most High gave us the responsibility of spreading the good news. This is what he said, the coming kingdom. This is what the Most High said. Go therefore, teaching and all of this about this good news, the coming kingdom. Brothers and sisters, who do you think that coming kingdom is? The Most High is saying, Sister Cynthia, Sister Zenobia, go and preach about your awakening. And Jacob sitting down on that throne, that's the kingdom. This is what we are supposed to be doing right down to this very day. You got other religions saying they're going from door to door preaching and teaching. Hi, okay. It's a good thing that you're doing that. You're getting people to look into their Bibles. You're getting people to read their Bibles. That's a good thing. Okay, we go with that. But it's the sinister stuff that we just do not get down with. The manipulation of the scriptures. Things went from in 1 hour, she would be destroyed to, oh, that's in a spiritual sense. Explain spiritual sense. This is what the world is pushing out to keep the world deceived. We have the responsibility. Shh. Sister Zenobia, we're up already. They're trying to bring us down. They're trying to knock us down. They're trying to bring us back down from the days of the Cosby shows and all other black shows. They understanding this. And this AI is not helping them at all. It is not helping them at all. We all over the internet when it comes to AI. We all over the internet. And they can't take it. They cannot take it. They got themselves absolutely hemmed up. And it's going to be something that they're going to do to try to dismantle it. Because trust, we're not going back down that road. Brothers and sisters, we made the U-turn. We're that generation, that 400 year of captivity. We're the one who made that U-turn. We're that group that the Most High, oh, he turns his attention. My people turned around, they see me now, and they're crying out to me. Do you all remember the illustration, the prodigal son? How he went out there, mingled, sleeping with the swine, lost all of his money. That's us. And the thing about the prodigal son, he did not lose his heritage. No, he didn't. He did not lose his heritage. Look at that. If you think I'm joking, brothers and sisters, go back and read that. He did not lose his heritage. We did. He knew exactly where he was from. And he went back and he repented to his father. Father didn't care. He said, oh, no. Clean my son up. Put some gold rings on his finger. Give him a gold necklace. Go ahead and slaughter a cow and let us feast. My son came back to me. Brothers and sisters, that's who we are. The only thing different is we lost our heritage and the Most High woke us right back up. We made that U-turn and bam. We are facing east. The world can't handle that. They cannot handle that. The world is absolutely hemmed up. But they keep on making these arrogant statements of what they're going to do, what they're going to take over. Brothers and sisters, the only thing you can do is sit back and watch the Most High's hand move without cutting it off. We can't say what the Most High will not do. The world is going to come at us. And like I said, brothers, now why this nation is clamping down on the passports, I do not know. But it will open you up to assumptions. It will open you up to assumptions because now, if you're traveling, you got a visa. Why is it that they stopping you in another country, and they're telling you your passport is no good. It's been reported stolen. And you know for a fact you didn't do it. Why is they doing this? That's some demonic things. Did not the Most High say, when you see all of these things, flee? Now, if individuals wants to do that, brothers and sisters, I take my hat off to them. And I'm not going to look down, I'm not going to talk down to them. I'm not going to talk down to the ones who stay put. Why is it that they're doing this? That's the question. Because you may have individuals that saying, you know, I need to get up out of here. And this country is it's on a level I do not want to contend with. This world, brothers, everything that's in our book, when it comes to a warning from the Most High, we need to really take note to it. We really need to personally look at these warnings of what the Most High is asking us to do. When they say get out of her, brothers, he mean get out. I mean every who dust in the corner, the Most High said get out of it. Because the day the day that he said act upon it, clean it out, let that judgment ride. Brothers, if you got a sock on and got Babylon written on it, you go get yourself hemmed up. You're going to get yourself hemmed up. What the world offers, brothers, the devil does not need. Yes, and I know some brothers, they use this example, Cyrus. He was a Gentile. And the Most High used him. Yes, that's fine. I understand that. But the Most High said, get out of Babylon. It means he's not using anything about Babylon. He don't need anything from Satan. He don't need Satan's money. This is the reason why I speak about, brother. Yes, it's a dangerous conversation. Talking about we need to have our own income. We do. The beast system is about to get kicked off. Oh, yeah, let me take that lie back. It's already on and popping. But it's about to get more into you making a decision. You making your free will decision, just like Adam and Eve did. Brothers and sisters, the same thing is about to happen right as we speak. You're going to have to make a decision when it gets to that time of how you want to live your life. It's going to be that free will that's going to determine whether you want to live or die. The Most High say, choose life. Life. Where's life at? Life is in the breath. Where did that life come from? The Most High. Satan can't give breath. He cannot give breath. Where do you think his life come from? It's the Most High's. Period. Off the top. Brothers, this is my encouragement. And I say this they are going to come up against us. And brothers, this is just me. I seriously believe by June, it's going to be a whole different ball game. They seeing this, they understanding. And so in order to get this stuff popped off, they need to do a whole lot of stuff to cause a distraction. They do. They need a lot of things. And they're going to get to a point, brothers and sisters, they ain't going to be worrying about distraction no more. They're going to be like, do your thing. You protect it. Do your thing in order to maintain our particular lifestyle. Do what needs to be done. That's the desperation that the system is eventually going to get to. And while they're doing that, the Most High has already got things in position for this greater exodus. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Yeah, the world is fighting tooth and nail to make sure that the Africans don't like the so-called African Americans. And it's always the African Americans. Why is it that the Africans on the continent they're not pushing that narrative to South America? Why are they not pushing that same scenario to the other European land? But you African Americans stand out. Brothers and sisters, this is a question I've been asking for a very long time. Why? Why do we stand out so much? Is it that the world or the nation realize these niggas got a power? When they speak something, hey, it happens, it seems. That's what they're saying. That's a problem. That's a problem. We're the ones that's out there, brothers, that the world pushes out there first and foremost. It's not the Haitians. It's not the Jamaicans. What? They got the Haitians and the Jamaicans, looking upside our head. But ask yourself this question I really want to answer. I would love to get an answer. Why is it that we, the African Americans, already, Sister Zenobia, you gave me a spiritual answer. You did. Hold on. And it is a correct one. Sis, but I tell you, for what they're doing, and they're going in, it's like they're overdosing the brothers and sisters outside of America against us. That's what it seems. And now, how the Most High is going to maneuver that situation, sister, I don't know. But I know it's going to be in a way that, like he said, Ephraim and Judah will be at peace. Because right now, what the world is doing, they're causing gossip, discontention, all of this. This is what they're doing. Brothers, just yesterday, I was cutting in some fiber. And one of the poles that we needed to get to was up a mountain, up a hill. But you got to climb the pole, a 30-foot pole on a ladder to get to the strand. Cut the fiber down with they placed on up 30 feet high. I had to climb up there, cut it. I like, man, look here. I'm not gonna take no ladder up this hill. It's really up a mountain. I said, not living. We couldn't drive no truck up there. I said, I'm not doing it. Now, but this is what the Jamaican brother said. Oh, that's not real bad. So I just looked at him. I said, bro, who put that cable up there from the get-go? There was no spikes in the pole. When I say spikes, I'm talking about like somebody gaffed all the way up there. Ain't nobody gonna gaff with that holding all that heavy cable. I can tell you that right now. You had to have a bucket truck to somebody maneuver up there to get it up there. But if you think I'm going to climb a mountain with a 20-foot ladder, you done took a hill. Now, if you feel that you can do it, do it. He didn't do it. But this is the mentality that they have towards our brothers that's outside of the United States. And it's sad. It's absolutely sad. Gets on a phone call to people, hey, y'all need to get somebody up and come and drop this cable. What do you think they do? They call somebody that gaffs and then come up there, get the gaps, climb up there, cut it, and you know when you cut it, it can fall down. You ain't got to carry it down, and that's it. Because I'm not gaffing either. But we know dangerous situations, and the world flat out don't care. And it's sad to what the world has done, just like what Sister Zenobia said, we hold that scepter. There's something about us, brothers and sisters. And right now, I mean, yeah, I understand it. We're holding that scepter and things. But there's something about us. There's something that this nation, country, do not want to get out that's about us, or there's a power that they know that's within us. They do not want that thing they do not want it leashed out. Because for a nation to talk about us so much, so brutal, there's got to be some, there's a fear that there's a fear that they have. They trying to keep intact. They trying to keep a lie intact. That's it. And sis, let me tell you something. You're talking about power from the Most High, please. I don't even the power. That's gonna blow our minds. It's going to blow our minds. When the Most High gives out that authority to use it, yeah, it's going to blow our minds. If you want to talk about somebody slowing down during this greater exodus, oh no, leave those people alone. You can get yourself hemmed up. I seen a brother that did the video. And if you do, now we do look at the exodus of our forefathers during Egypt. Yeah, Pharaoh came back chasing behind them. I don't know if that's going to be the case. There's a strong possibility that the world could come back and say, no, we need to keep these people. They're going to mess up our flow of money. Oh, no. We ain't messing up your flow of money. We just go maneuver money ourselves. But what they're wanting you to do is bogart your gift of moving money. That's what they want. And they're bogarting it. They're bogarting it right now. When I say bogart, I'm talking about they're dominating the way you move money. They know the world do not move money like we move money. And I say the world. They do not move money like we move money. But when that money starts to move on one continent within itself, brother, this is like overnight. That country is instantly, it's absolutely overriched. Period. Do you think the world is trying to have that type of thing on their mind, on their hand that they can't control? Brothers, like I said, I seriously believe by June, it's going to be a whole different ball game. This awakening is not falling to deaf ears. More and more people are starting to wake up. They're starting to see the activities of churches. They're seeing this. They're believing it now. And this is the reason why the church got to move the way it's moving now. This is what, now, I mean, like right now, when I'm just speaking to you, brothers and sisters, what for you all that knows that show Redacted, this is what they're saying. This is seriously happening, and NATO is effed up. This is what they're saying. They just can't. They send that message and thing through. I look at it a little bit. I don't listen to the whole broadcast, brothers. I mean, it just that's just not my cup of tea. But I listen to a lot of things that the world is doing in order to keep me on point as to biblical prophecies. That's it. But when it's all, they can talk about NATO and all of that. it's still going to concern you. It's still. I don't care if it's just one of us left on this in the United States. If it's just one, you're still a danger. You are still a danger. The world, brothers, well, the world is highly upset. Principalities, working overtime. The world got to show you a bad side of what's going on in Africa. They got to reinvent or restate fear in you. So I mean, yeah, they're going to do these things, brothers. Off the top, they're going to do these things. The Most High said, "Don't feed into fear." This is what He tells us. Do not be feeding into fear. We did that already, brothers. This is that awakening. We woke up. We turned around. We're walking back towards the Most High. And when I say this, brothers, we talk about the laws are under our feet and above our heads. This is how we maneuver this. You got brothers out here doing their very best to keep up with the tenant meetings and all of that stuff, brothers. Trying to do everything. Shalom, shalom, Brother Dave. This is what we're trying our best to do. And the Most High is blessing whatever efforts we put forward. And that blessing, brothers and sisters, that stuff, it holds weight. It holds weight. Ooh, this is the world. It's only so many ways I can explain how hemmed up the world is, and how we need to stay the course, stay with this awakening, to know that this awakening is a privilege. It is a blessing and it's a privilege to be woke, to know who you are and how you need to maneuver this awakening. That's what the Most High is saying to us. And we need to hold that, brothers and sisters, like we have to be proud with it. The world will tell you otherwise. Oh, you need to humble yourself, and so and so, so and so. Brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. Like people say they are proud to be an American. Why is it that you cannot be proud to be woken up to who you truthfully are? I'm not saying being arrogant with it. It is absolutely a blessing for us, Sister Zenobia. And for the ones who want some dumb stuff, yes, you're right. It's a curse. It would literally serve as a curse for the people who are not grafting themselves to this saving power. Because when it's all over said and done, when you get to the root of the tree, you're not going to circumvent Abraham. The world is not going to circumvent Abraham, Isaac, nor Jacob. 3 major roots. Well, if you want to go with 4, we can go with 4. The sons of Jacob. They're not going to circumvent none of that. And they may be sitting right here, right now, orchestrating themselves. Hey, we need to get inside that tree. We need to graft ourselves all the way to the top. Go to the top if you want to. You go get that sun and you go get burned. You cannot even supersede of taking over the root. That's how conniving the world is. It's not looking for your benefit. The world is looking for Satan's benefit. He controls this system. He orchestrated it. He has a lot of blood on his hands, a lot. And the Most High is going to rectify it. Brothers, in closing, I'm going to say this here now. We are the good news. And to the best of our ability, let us, encourage our families. If you see that the conversation is getting out of hand and maybe getting kind of heated, hey, take your leave. There's no reason for us to raise our voice. There's no reason for us to say, I will beat you down because you're having a biblical discussion. Remember, anytime you're talking to your family or friends, the devil is sitting in between the both of you. He's listening to the conversation. And if there's some things he got to twist from some words that's coming out of your mouth for that individual to hear something twisted, he's going to make sure that individual hears something twisted. Shalom, shalom, Sister Van P. That's what he's going to do. If you ever notice when you're having these conversations with this awakening, it turns into an argument. It turns into a great deal of hate. Brothers, that right there should tell you that the devil is always in the mix. He understands the severity of this awakening. And towards him. He understands it to a T. And the last thing he needs is a 14% of Negroes to wake up. And just here, to wake up. Who do you think is orchestrating all the gossip, the hatred between this country and the continent of Africa? What group of people have you seen who's been deleted the most? Here and in Africa. There's a correlation, brothers and sisters. Anybody going to tell me anything different? We have more Black leaders deleted here, just as much of those on the continent. Why is it that, brothers? Yep, Sister Zenobia said it. We hold a scepter. But it got to be something a little bit more, because it's a fear that they're maintaining. A private conversation, as it may have been. But like the Most High said, what they have done in the darkness shall come to the light. Eventually, brothers, we're going to understand the reason why they have to have so much hatred coming from our own people. It's going to be let known. It's going to happen. And then they're going to show themselves of who they truly are. And it's already breaking. I mean, they're breaking it up to stuff. Oh, yeah, I mean, you people, you are not the people of the Bible. This is what other countries are saying. We know who we are. We know who other people are not. They don't like that. They love the lie. They love the lie. The lie have put them in a privileged position. The lie keeps them fed. The lie keeps their kids educated. The lie keeps their people in the entertainment business. Everything about them is built upon a lie. That's going to be a very hard fall when the truth lays weight and lay the truth down on the lie. I tell you, this is what they're doing. And this is the reason why, brothers, we cannot give up. We know the struggles. We've seen struggles before this awakening. And we had to go through those struggles in order to, contend with what we're having now. Just imagine, brothers and sisters, if we did not have a history of trouble. And then here we are, we waking it up to Israel. We'd be like, no, I'm good, I'm straight. I got a nice house, nice job, and so and so. That's who we may have become. But the Most High, no. He did not want his people to get complacent in a place that is not ours. That's what he did not want. This is the reason why we had to go through what we had to. But I mean, at the same time, and like I said, our forefathers, they got us hemmed up. They brought that curse upon us. We got to live through that curse. We had to deal with that curse. We had to deal with two-stepping with the devil until the Most High says it's time for you to wake up. These are the things that we, our forefathers, had to go through in order for us to turn the tables. And the Most High gave us that gift. He woke us up and we turned the tables. We started telling people the laws are not done away with. We are the Israel. We're the Israelites. We living by these laws. And brothers, just to be going back to the law is a detrimental thing to the world. That's what they know. That's what they understand. Now, they're so discombobulated because truthfully, brothers and sisters, I don't care how strong you think you may be, but you're not going to take on other lands and think you will get unscathed, scripturally speaking. This place was supposed to get hit so hard that, according to the book of Revelation, that its blow is going to be so serious, it's going to give its power to the eighth king. That's what the scripture says. This place is about to, But before it goes down, brothers, I seriously believe there's going to be something towards us, because they did what they wanted to do to the immigrants. They did what they did with them. Now they're gradually working themselves up to us. And they got to know. West Side. Now, those people are a tad bit different. They see trouble coming from a mile ahead. What type of fear do you think they're going to put in on them that they're not accustomed to, that they're not going to retaliate? So now, brothers, sisters, what do you think the world is doing? They're getting themselves geeked up. They're preparing themselves. Now they can't use drugs no more. We know what they did. They can't use, they cannot keep a whole neighborhood high any longer. We wised up. But that's what they did when they wanted to come into black neighborhoods. Keep them high, keep them drunk. They discombobulated. We can overtake them. Yeah, we can put our foot on their neck. Ain't nobody gonna say anything. He high, he drunk. But this is how we need to be moving nowadays. Always alert to your surroundings. I mean, keeping your head on a swivel. Because trust and believe, they're trying their very best to see how they can maneuver their situation to circumvent you, to control you. Let them know. Let me tell you, Sister Zenobia, you got jokes. Let me tell you something. It is pork. Pork is like the cheapest meat that you can buy now. At one time, no, that stuff was just expensive as ground beef. It was. And if you brothers and sisters think I'm joking, Google it. Go into the grocery store, look at it. You're going to see pork chops compared to ground beef. Pork chop going to be cheaper. It's something how this awakening can affect the market. That's the thing. They know. Brothers, imagine if 14%, I'm just speaking here of this country, if the Most High woke everybody up, in a, let's just say we woke up in port, now it'll be a serious drive, a downward spiral on the stock exchange. It will. It would. And they understand in that, brothers. They understand in that. They know, for the powers that be, they know exactly who we are. If these people leave, they taking the wealth with them. The wealth is in their minds. They're taking the wealth with them. What is we going to do? That's the world. Jacob, if we wants to maintain this power, they got to stay here. They cannot go back to that continent. That sounds like a fight. That's what this sounds like. And they're going to be fighting the Most High when it's all over said and done. The world got itself hemmed up. And well, when it's all over said and done, Sister Zenobia, that's what they're doing, storing up all the riches for its people. And trust and believe. Let's just go back to 70 CE. You're talking about over 2,000 years of gold, silver, all that stuff. This is what you're talking about. And now you have 12 countries in Africa that's kicking out France. France is starving. France is scared. But on top of that now, France was in need of the United States to get involved with for their nonsense. They need the United States to help with this. The United States seem like they got themselves kind of busy with some other things going on. You see how discombobulated they are? And they're supposed to be the same people? This is that same division. This is that same division they brought in upon us. Now they're so divided that they can't even think straight. Whatever a man is sowing, he most definitely will reap. And that goes for the nations, brothers. That applies to the nations. They're so discombobulated, they need a bottle of Hennessy just to relax their mind. This is what they got themselves hemmed up in. Brothers and sisters, keep your head on a swivel. Keep your head on a swivel. Pray for your brothers and sisters constantly, because you don't know who you don't know who you may be helping, or you calling, you encouraging brothers and sisters, and your voice can really calm a person's heart. These are the things we are encouraged to do for our brothers and sisters with this awakening. And you know what? Before I go, brothers, let me. Oh, you know what? I did do this. Let me go. This is the video, the song. You Best Know My Name.
You best know my name. You best know my name. Oh, oh. They try to change my name, twist it, hide it, bring me shame. From scroll to tongue, they played their game. But fire burns, I stay the same. Prophet spoke, I came in flame. I healed the blind, the deaf, the lame. Yet nations bend to to idols claim, but still salvation's in my name. No other voice, no other throne, no other blood could atone. Call me what the world creates, but only Yahusha breaks the gate. You best know my name. Every tongue, every tribe proclaim. Oh, you best know my name. No other word can save from the flame. You best know my name. I rise with power, never the same. Oh, you best know my name. Salvation only in Yahusha's name. They spread the lies, they forge the claim, but demons tremble when they hear my name. Kings will fall, empires quake. The truth is fire, they can't fade. Acts declared it bold and true. No other name gives life to you. The stone they cast away, despised, became the chief, the risen Christ. Not Jesus, not Zeus, not false acclaim, not idols clothed in stolen fame. I am the way, the truth, the flame. Yahusha saves, remember the name. You best know my name. Every knee will bow, no shame. Oh, you best know my name. The Lamb, the Lion, forever reign. You best know my name. King of kings, no counterfeit claim. Oh, you best know my name. Yahusha lives, salvation remains. I am he who was, who is, who comes. Alpha, Omega, sword on my tongue. The world may twist, deceive, defame, but truth stands firm. You best know my name. You best know my name.
And you brothers and sisters, please be safe out there. We are a special people. The devil is on the attack, and things are going to get heated a tad bit more before this Exodus. And let us keep that in mind, that we move very cautiously in this system of Satan. You brothers and sisters, be safe out there. Until next time, shalom.